How's it going, guys? Ian here with some more disc golf coverage. I have the final 9 holes of the men's open division from the end of the Trail Classic in Visalia, California. It was a 2-day tournament, played 3 rounds. They have two 18-hole courses out here, which are really fun. And then for the final 9, they did a kind of safari holes, so they just kind of made up a bunch of holes, and everybody, I think the 4 top divisions played them. So I got some of the ladies teeing off right here, just to some comparison to the guys. Crushing them out there. She comes up a little short right in the water. Most of the ladies were throwing it over to the right, laying up, and then pitching it in for a par. But it was a really fun tournament. Everybody was really nice. Tournament was set up really well. Throughout there, I took down the rec division. What? Yeah. But yeah, it was a really fun tournament. I think I got like 15 discs and a basket for winning a 10-person rec division, which is unreal. So this is Christy King with her drive. Probably the nicest drive, getting it closest to the hole. And we got Derek Billings right here, leading off the men's card. So you see the hole, it's just right across the pond right there. So these guys are playing it safe and going over the hole. I don't think you can see Derek's finishes, but it finishes just behind the hole, behind that tree over there. We got Eric McCabe in second place going into the final 9 with his drive right here. And I think this one got away from him a little bit. You could see it go right over the hole, and he actually landed in the water, unfortunately. We got Stevie Rico with the third shot right here, or leading off third. And he just crushes a huge hyzer out here, and I think he parks it behind the hole. Nice safe shot. Real smart. And here's Shasta Chris with his drive. And here's Chuck's big hyzer out there, and exit finish here right behind the hole. Nice shot. There we got Shasta with his upshot? Yeah, Shasta with his upshot. Pretty dangerous to go for it right here, because if you miss, you're going to go pretty much right in the pond. That's not a good thing. So he parks it right underneath the basket. Beautiful shot. Here's Stevie Rico with his upshot. So funny story from these guys. Apparently, so Steve Rico and Bamba Rico are a couple pros, and they have their line of discs called Legacy. And apparently, one of them was driving on the freeway, and a box full of their discs went flying all over the freeway in downtown LA, and they had to like shut down the 5 to go pick up all. They had like 400 discs or something like that, flying all over the freeway. So they were hawking some used ones that were salvageable out of their car while he was here. There's Derek's upshot, and Eric landed in the water, so he went to the drop zone, which is a little bit closer, but you still had to throw over the pond. But I missed his shot because he hustled over there. So he's taking a 2-meter relief from the water. He didn't land into the water on his second throw, but you can always take a 2-meter relief. So here, this is his putt for 4 right here. Beautiful putt.
Such a money putter.
So Eric got that bogey, and the rest of the guys picked up pars. So going in the second hole here, I think it's about
way beyond
400 feet, I want to say. It's pretty much just straight down this path, 400 feet, and then maybe in to the left about 20 feet. And it's pretty much just surrounded by foliage. I think it's actually a little bit open here for on the left-hand side. I got a pretty bad angle on Derek's shot, but he just crushes a huge hyzer out here and parks it about, I want to say 35, 40 feet short, but really nice throw. Wow. Here's Steve Rico with his drive. And he just throws a huge hyzer out there. It's coming back over the canal, and you can watch it finish right there. Skips through. He got kind of an unlucky bounce. He's kind of like underneath some shrubbery. So here's Shasta, and I think he was going to throw a hyzer, but he decided to throw an anhyzer shot instead, which is probably honestly a better look. It's you can definitely get through a little bit easier going from left to right. So there's a beautiful drive out there, and I think he unfortunately gets knocked down by that tree right there, but it's still a pretty good look. So there's Emac with his drive. He rips one out here. I think he might have locked it a little bit, but it's coming back. And if you watch the path, you'll see it skip off right there. Wow. He just got back in line. And I think that might have been the only shot I got from Emac on this hole, because I went over to the left and he was kind of stuck on the right. And I think he got into, he had some trouble getting out of some brushes, and I think he actually finished with a double bogey on this hole, unfortunately. So here's Shasta with his second shot. It looks like he's going to throw another Anheuser. Throws a little Annie, but I think it gets a little tight. But it's not bad. I think he's about 20, 25 out. So here's Stevie with his second shot. And I don't think you can see the pin at this point, but it's kind of up there in those bushes. And his Anheuser's a little too long, and he ends up finishing short right with a pin. So you can see the pin there. Maybe it's in the shadows. It was really bright, and it was really dark in the shadows. So it's that pole right in the middle of the screen. I think he's about 35, 40 feet out. He takes a run, and I think he goes, yeah, just a little long. It was so hot out there. I think I drank like 8 liters of water a day. It was ridiculous. It was like 95 degrees. So here's Steve for his 3. Oh, and just chains out. So here's Shasta for his par. Nice putt. And there's Derek for his 3. So Eric picked up the double, Steve had the bogey, and then Derek and Shasta had pars. So coming to the third hole here. It is across the road, in between those 3 trees in the middle of your screen right now. And Derek just had an absolutely beautiful shot. I think he's about 15 feet short, but just like right on line. Here's Shasta with his drive, I want to say. Yep, here's Shasta. Chucks it out there, a little Anheuser to Heiser. And I think he wanted it to Anheuser a little bit longer because it came up just short and went OB on the road right there. Here's Stevie with his drive. And he comes up a little short too. Bounces onto the road, and unfortunately I think he stayed OB. And here's Emac with his drive, and this is an unbelievable shot. The guy is amazing. If you watch it come in, it's floating, goes right over the pin. Oh. It almost was a hole-in-one. It was unbelievable. I think he finished about 20 feet long after the skip. So here's Shasta. He took a penalty stroke, so he's shooting for par right here. It's about 80 to 100 feet, something like that. Takes a nice run. Oh. Fucking makes it. Unbelievable. Apparently, he was in a playoff with somebody else to get into the final 4, and he nailed a 100-footer on that one. And then Emac with a beautiful birdie putt. Does Emac miss putts? Emac does not miss putts. Here's Derek for his 2. Beautiful putt. And then Shasta, Stevie finished up with the 4. Eric and Derek with the birdies, and Shasta with the unbelievable par save. Let's go to the 4th hole here. It's just past that little tiny bush in the middle of your screen. This is actually kind of a weird hole. Call it like an island green almost. They took the circles, like the putting circle, and then shaved it down. And if you don't land in that putting circle, you have to drop from that little green sign over to the right. You don't take a penalty stroke, but you have to, count your first stroke, obviously. So it was pretty interesting. It was a fun hole to play during the tournament. So as Eric and Derek both land inside the circle. And here's Shasta with his drive. Just a nice little shot. I think he comes up a little short. I think he's about 30 out, but he just barely made it inside the circle. And here's Stevie with his drive. Lasers up. I don't know if you can tell, but he actually came up about 5 feet short in the long grass, so he's taking his drop throw. He's in the red over there. So this is the second throw, and he lands in the circle. So you can kind of see it now with the blue flags, how it's kind of marked out, and then the road is obviously OB too. So here's Eric for his 2. Nails it. Guy is so awesome. Here's Shasta for his 2. Oh, just leaves it a little on the high side. Look at that balance. The guy is totally over his front foot. You guys want to emulate a putter? Pick Emac or Shasta. They're unbelievable. There's Stevie for his 3. And then Derek parked it. Birdie. All right, that's after 4 hole, guys. I will catch you guys in the next part.